What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Out of Sight in Mind. Happy 2026, you feel me? Starting off the new year with a banger. With me, I got someone very special, someone that recently met, but I feel like just the creative bond that we got together, like known each other damn near seemed like for a minute, but very special. I got my boy BLASE XKLUSIVE, man.
Man, what's up, y'all? It's a BLASE exclusive in here. Nice to be in here with my boy Jace, man. In tune for a good interview.
Nah, for sure, man. Definitely glad to have you here, especially first guest of 2026. How you feeling today, brother?
That. I'm good, man. I'm blessed to be in here. We already talked about in the ride over here what it took, but I'm glad to be in this seat.
Nah,
Ready,
for
you
sure.
feel me? Let them know.
Nah, for sure. Like we was talking about earlier, life be lifing, but we just gotta work through the obstacles, whatever life gonna throw at us, and then just always find to make a way about it. But it's definitely something that I've been looking forward to pretty recently. But before we just get into everything deep, just starting off, how was your upbringing?
It was pretty cool. Like growing up really in Chicago Heights. I didn't go to the Serena, the schools out there. I went to schools more in the south suburbs, like the Riverdale area.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Heights, it was just cool. Just growing up. Met a whole bunch of people that a lot of the bros, Almighty, Free Missy, you feel me?
Bro.
Free Missy for sure. And just a lot of the guys I'm linked in with now, recording with now, just from that same area, same time frame, but growing up in the Heights and stuff, and going to different schools with them, and just going out and really networking from a young age to paying off now with the music.
Yeah, it's funny you actually mentioned networking because I feel like there's two different forms of networking. I at least like to think of it. It's the being outside, going to school, going to the gym and hooping sessions and just meeting different people, and then y'all just click and stuff like that, and y'all figure out y'all have similar hobbies, and then y'all just go from there. And then you got the other more formal networking where it's an event where it's just everybody know the purpose of it, and everybody just trying to obtain the same,
or rub shoulders in the
exactly, yeah. But I'm more so I don't like the rubbing shoulders type of networking, but at the same time it's still necessary, rather than even just how we met personally, you feel me, just with Missy and BC concert, you feel me. But it's just and then even for the people that don't know, Missy video, you feel me, bro, actually helped me freaking direct that shit too.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
I gotta give credit when credit is due,
take my
for
credit
sure.
for that, yeah.
For sure.
The video you talking about over the age, he had pulled up and they was already shooting. I'm gonna give him his credit for show his flowers. As a director, he had already had some shots, but it was a couple little frames. It'd be cool if you did that. I'm just on behind the scenes of them shooting, just I ain't trying to just stand around for nothing. So, yeah,
For that to be my first music video that I ever shot, of course, just having the basic motions of just certain effects, but then you was seeing stuff that I wasn't seeing, so I definitely appreciate you just having that other eye of just what about this, because especially you said it still came out fire. So definitely check that out, y'all, if y'all haven't, with older age. But for the people that may not know, just let them know what it is that you do exactly.
Well, I mean, right now I would really call myself a creative director. I started off saying I was a producer, but through making beats and even making loops, I kind of wanted to do more visual stuff. So I started making graphics, little visualizers, and then I do mess around on Adobe a little bit for edits and stuff. So I would just say really a creative director, just whether it's making the beat, engineering, because that's the creative part on a lot of songs too, is you got a lot of great engineers. Making a beat from scratch, let alone loops or other producers coming to put drums on. Shout out Peyton the Alien. Shout out Kai Roseland for show them the bros. New sonic sound. And just really to even in the studio, I know it's been some times I might have been in the studio with a couple artists, and I might have had to engineer, and I had to hop in the seat because the engineer might have had took a break or went to the bathroom, so I'll hop in the seat, and I'm on Adobe or somebody. I'm on FL, so I don't know nothing about none of the other dogs, but just having a split second hop in the seat and take over, it just it's like a creative director is what I would label myself. I could get in any space and put some type of creative insight on it.
Yeah. It's actually interesting you say that, because I was just watching this little IG clip the other day, and it was Virgil It was an interview that he was having, and he was just like, I like to have my hands in like a lot of things, like rather than like just being in one lane. I want to like be busy with like 7 different things, so like where my mind is like constantly busy and like just getting ideas from everything. So I definitely, just applaud you just having your hands in like different areas of like around the same like medium, because we definitely need more people rather than just like sticking in one lane to like everybody's always like, oh, I'm gonna need like a graphic designer, I'm gonna need a visualizer guy, rather than like someone that make beats, like someone like being a Swiss Army knife like yourself, you feel me, is just.
I'm glad you used that phrase, because like that's really what I thought was like, man, like it's cool to make beats, but like who the person where you can like pull up on me and record, or you can like, maybe I don't need the beat made. It's for times for like again, like shout out my brother Mishy, like for real, like it's songs where he has where he just asked me to like put certain sounds and like the like lightning or just other little effects, or like just little like adding stuff like an engineer would, and I did it just because like I knew how to. I'm like, what, let me just actually start putting this towards other stuff too.
Yeah.
So, and it's still channeled towards the music in a creative way, but it opens so many different lanes, and you could, again, I don't like the rubbing shoulders networking, but something like that's more organic.
Yeah,
and stuff like this come out there too, because it's like, dang, you might not even know I did stuff like that, but just putting it out there, you like, yeah, that's cool, that's dope.
No, for sure. And how long have you been making beats?
Man, I'm talking about, I used to be in high school making beats at the lunch table, but I've always loved music. So like, and the crazy thing is, I was like rapping before I made beats in like middle school, younger ages, but I didn't know where to get beats, and it was before like YouTube beats. So I just started making beats, and then going into high school, I just like started doing that crazy. And I was like, yeah, like this dope.
Yeah, I feel like just another interesting thing, I'm always meeting people that damn near make beats before they start rapping. So the fact that you were rapping and then just started making beats is kind of like interesting.
It's either them two, but it always like, an artist always know how to make a beat, so it's always gonna fall in the producer artist, because it's really the same thing,
Yeah. And then how did you even come up with the name?
BLASE Exclusive. Now, it's funny, look, so for people who know me, they know that it's like lure around my name that like I'm kind of nonchalant towards a lot of stuff besides like stuff I care about, music, other stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they was like, you so nonchalant. And I'm like, that was the producer name at first. I'm like, you know what, let me go and like see like synonyms and stuff for that word. And it's like BLASE came. I'm like, you know what, that sounds decent. Like, I'm like, I need like a last name or something. I just don't want no one stage name. And I was like, all right, well, Future got Future Hendrix because he said he a rock star, all that. But I'm like, you know what, people be saying I'm nonchalant and just like hard to get in touch with.
Yeah.
So I'm like, exclusive. All right, BLASE Exclusive. All right, but that sound cool. That got like some like that's smooth. That's real butter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure. Nah, that shit definitely is deep and how it just flow together. Yeah. But so let's also just go into who were you inspired by, like back then when you wanted to like even rapping and making beats wise. Like, who are your inspirations?
I mean, rapping, I was super young, bro. So the only thing I was hearing was literally like the early, like 2012, that era, the Dirk, Keith, and them. But still, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was listening to like Wayne, Drake. I ain't gonna lie, my uncle listened to like Jeezy. I was getting to like Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of just elevate. Like it wasn't just no one sound. Like I was even listening to stuff like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. Bro. Because it's just like I just love them like that type of sound. So it's like it's more of an emotional feel before you even like the song because of the sound and the theatrical like instruments you play with it.
Yeah, I feel like that era, like 2012 to 2014 specifically, like that era in music, like it was just something different to where it was like music was.
It was something different. The food and the people.
Everything, bro. Life was good back then. It's just like we ain't know it for what it was, but you just go back in time, even just like listening to the hits back then is just like a whole time machine. Like, damn, bro, I forgot how much of a hit this was.
That's what I'm saying.
But okay.
Then that's one thing. Oh, my bad.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say that's one thing, too, that tie into, like, my, like, theatrical sound, is what I like to call it, because it's, like, my build-up into my instruments and just that loud bass. It come from really, like, them, like, rave-type genres and shit.
Yeah.
And not even rage, but, like, kind of, like, rock and roll, but still that drill. Like, that's what it sound really kind of, like, them younger ages listen to music.
I feel like rage, rock, rap, like all of it ties together. Like
Yeah.
let's go back to like Wayne with the rock album, you know,
For
like
real.
when you get tired, when you're the GOAT, you get tired of rapping and then you just go to a whole different genre.
And he learned how
like,
to play the guitar for that.
exactly.
For real.
So it's just
real
like
life Codeine Cowboy.
a real student of the game. And it's just like, even when you're considered the GOAT, it's just like when you jumping into completely different lanes, something that you're unfamiliar with, or at least just familiar by sound and like not really experimenting musically wise, it's just like
It's a different level, bro.
real.
That take his artistry to a whole nother level. Because then that's little like we were saying, like how he low key went to a producer's standpoint with that. He like, you know what, I'm gonna direct my sound somewhere else. That's a production like switch, you know.
Yeah.
So it tied together. Yeah.
Can't do nothing but applaud the move that he did with that. Yeah. But how would you say you developed your sound?
How I developed it, I'm not even gonna lie to you, brother. I didn't know I had a sound. Like I was really just making beats, and maybe every producer can relate to that. But like you just, for me and my like stories, like you make beats until it's like I guess I like a certain key and the way it fits with my drums and how I do my drum line to a point where it's like I just keep making it, but I still know how to like advance it with the sounds, with the instruments, with the like different VSTs I use. But I guess maybe subconsciously too, I always did want to have like, I always say this, like I got like Chicago Fifi melodies, but Chicago drill drums. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like if you go back and listen, then if I have hi-hats in it, you can kind of like hear that house music effect with the hi-hat. You know what I'm saying? So
I could see it now. I'm gonna have to like really pay more attention to it just next time I'm just bumping any of the projects. But okay. And let's just get into the projects. You know, you dropped your first project, Ready and Loaded.
Yeah.
Let's just go into just how the process of that was.
I'm not gonna lie, I was just in the bed one day off a shift, and I was like, man, I got all these songs with all these like raw artists, and some of them I had for years, like probably over like I don't know what time I dropped that tape, Volume 1, Ready and Loaded Volume 1, but I had songs for years prior to that, and I was like, man, the only thing stopping you is not putting it out, because I already have my distro and all that set up, so I'm like, just go ahead and put it out. And I just like, I'm not gonna lie, like I woke up at like 4 a.m. with this idea, and I made that cover art. Like I took like the Google image, put the fonts in like Snapchat when I typed the words out, and then just made it. And I was just like, man, I just gotta put it out because ain't no reason just holding them. And I saw, you know what? I said that because I was in the bed and I was on Instagram scrolling, and there was a video of Tyler Creator, and he was like, man, if you make something, put it out, because if you're holding it, you know a video. I was like, man, go ahead and do it then. Yep. And I just went and just made everything. Yeah, it was from that up.
No, for real. And I feel like everybody needs to be inspired by that, because it's one thing to like, you make a song, you make a beat, whatever, and like you hold on to it because you just like, they're so cold, the world not ready to hear it yet. You just gatekeep it, hold it. But it's just like, with all that drive that you have for it now, why hold on to it rather than just let it out and then let the world hear it, and then they could get their own opinion from it. Yes, everybody gonna have a different opinion, but like, all is it gonna take is that one person to also have that same opinion and thought of it as you.
Right, and then it's traction, like a snowball effect. Everybody, you know what, he probably is this, it probably is, you know? Like, you can't even care about what nobody else has to think. It's like, if you made it and you like it, put it out, because it's not hurting nobody.
It really
The only thing it could do is, like you said, it's an opposite reaction to yours, but at least you got a reaction.
Yeah.
So it's from there, you could take it however you want.
No, for sure. So how did you reach out to all the artists just to like let them know, like, you know, I'm doing this project and I want you on it and all that?
Well, like I said, I already had all those songs pre-recorded. And some of them I had actually made the beat and like punched in some of the artists. But like, I know like for Trevo, shout out Trevo for sure. Shout out to the foes. I really had just sent him the beats, and it was like that for most of the artists. For Trevo, it was like that. Shout out Louis Sco for sure. I just sent him the beats, and they like for a cool little minute have always sent me songs back. So I just hit them and was like, "That's cool with you? Like, I'll put this in." It was like, "Yeah, bro, put it out." And then I know for Mishy, Brothers Keeper, we recorded at the studio at my crib, and it was like, yeah, like I gotta put this on like a tape. And I was always talking to him. He was like, you should call it BLASE and Friends. But I'm like, I don't even want to have it so like forward facing on me, because it's really like I'm bringing it to what the people, but it's really like it's for the people because it's the guys on this. Like anybody who I feel like who I've seen, whether it's on my beat or they music, like really can rap and like can rap their ass off and like get their bars off, get their flow on. So
no, for sure, man. I'm gonna just let you know personally, like my first time hearing it, like Trevo, like
that shit cool.
And then if you know Trevo, and I'll talk to him about this too. I've been wanting bro on here. Bro definitely gonna get on here, but he hasn't rapped since him and Mishy tape.
Yeah.
So it's been some time to actually have him on a project or like just drop music in general. So one, salute to you actually getting him on out to make some music.
I appreciate that. And look, I met him through Mishy, folks. Cause look, I think I had put out a teaser for like Long Way. And he had hit me. He's like, man, this shit hard, fo. I'm like, I just lock in. I'm seeing, you feel me? That he just messed with. So I'm like, all right, send something through. Then we just get to talking. It's like, oh, hold on, big bro? Like, Mitch, I'm like, oh, yeah, this for sure.
Oh,
like, yeah.
Bro.
And I ain't even like no type like overly clicked up, but like just our own mutual relation through the beats. I get to know him personally. Like you said, like I like more organic networking.
Exactly.
So I'm like, man, you're like, hell yeah, I got to just put this shit out.
No.
Because it got taken down. We took it down, but it's an old video me and Mishy put out, and it was for Long Way. And that, like, it damn near semi went up. Like, it damn near, like, in a slight way when I'm like, dang, I'm like, and that was also a catalyst too for why I wanted to drop. I'm like, you know what? I got to.
Oh, bro.
I got people like there's homies that rap too. Like, man, it's hard. Like, I need to put this shit out. So yeah.
No.
Shout out Trevo, man.
For sure.
I was gonna say too before I even forget it. I wouldn't even named it Ready and Loaded if it wasn't for Trevo, man. When he sent Ready and Loaded, the actual lead single, the Ready and Loaded Volume 1, I was like, yeah, he just named the whole series. G, that's too cool.
And it's crazy because I honestly would have thought like y'all were together when he made that because I'm just like, bro, like I would have thought like, all right, so here's the concept, and then he was just like, all right, but I'm finna do my thing, and then made that because he definitely set the vibe, the mood for the whole like project. You feel me?
Yeah, he did. So
shout
out. Oh, shout out Peyton the Alien. He did the loop on that like alien just like trenched out. Like, yeah, bro. Shout out Peyton the Alien, bro. That's bro for real.
Okay. And then I'll just go down the line with the artists because we just gonna give them all they shine. Louis Sco, you said you just sent him.
Yeah, me and Sco, like that's the artist I'm talking about. Really, like me and Sco been locked in for years, probably. I can't even remember what year, but like over like about damn near 5, like just locked in. He was sent stuff back. He had sent me his songs and shit. So the songs he got on there is Be Real and Firearms. Bro, I didn't record. I sent them to him. I'm getting on that 7. I bet he send it back. Got like him for sure.
Gee, okay, and then J.O.
Yeah, J.O. Worse.
I was like, he definitely slid. Like I said on the way here, like, bro, he sounds like a version of Tekka to me.
And I never imagined that. And like, I'm not like, and I know that's a good comparison. Yeah. But I was finna say, I hate to compare, but I like that segue because to me, he just be talking like, I can cuss like for real.
Yeah, you good.
He be talking that shit, man. Bro. He be talking that shit. Young nigga shit. Jay be flowing on shit. Man, and it's a song I want to have on Ready and Loaded Volume 2, Keep It Sealed by J.O. Worse. Bro,
Didn't you drop the single with that
look the way it is he dropped it, but like it's cool, like that's his single.
Yeah.
And I tried to put it on mine, but Distro wouldn't let me do it because he had dropped it. So I'm like, whatever. I wrote them an email. I'm like, bro, this is gonna change the streets for the life. Like, you feel me,
for
bro?
real. Because I was just like, why? Like you said the same name of it. I'm just like, I feel like I heard it, but I'm just like, it wasn't on there. So okay, that makes sense.
But that's another. He just record, like he got his own setup, so he records. So I just sent him the beat. He record back.
Okay, and then let's just go with Volume 2. How long was it after Volume 1 when you dropped it?
I think it was only maybe, I want to say 3 to 4 months.
Okay, I knew it wasn't like that long. But.
Yeah, it wasn't because that's one thing I was kind of like, I don't want to say nervous, but I was like thinking about was like, because on the little thing is, I didn't know it was going to be a volume series. When I dropped the trailers for Ready and Loaded, I did like a reel and it said like Volume 1. But when I released it, I just did like Ready and Loaded, BLASE Presents. And I'm just like, you know what? I still got way more in the vault with these dudes, and it was a good reaction from Ready and Loaded. Like people was fucking with it. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna go drop another one in. So I was like, you know what? I wanted to do it on Halloween, but I'm like, you know what? I think I dropped it before Halloween. I'm like, I think that's better to actually fit the tone towards more of that, more around that time.
Yeah.
Because that's more of like a volume 2, really more of like a turn up, if you ask me. That's why it's like Red and Loaded Volume 2 is what it is, because it's like, it is what it is. You take what you want.
I definitely do think Volume 2 was definitely more of a turn up. Personally, like, my favorite track on there, damn, they're Plush.
Okay,
I was like, bro. And then I just remember being in the studio, you and Mishy for In My Beverage. And it's crazy. I didn't even know, like, that's what it was for, to be honest with you.
Hey,
so
look,
it's just looking back like, damn.
That's just one of the ones where I didn't know it was for Volume 2. It was just, hey, bro really was like, send me beats. Man, that's probably finna record. It's be like that with all them artists.
Can the people expect, like, visualizers or visuals with the projects too?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I have another project I'm dropping this year. It'll be most likely towards the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Once things warm up, back outside, when we have something new, get you, fit with the seasons. But until then, I do want to just push more visuals for what's out now, even from Ready and Loaded Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely from 2, I got some singles on now for sure. Like, want to see, have some videos and visual, even like open mic performances and stuff.
Okay.
Just any type of visuals, because like I said, like I'm the producer and I put all together. I did the cover arts, but like it wouldn't be done without the artists. So I want to make sure like if I got them if I sent them the beat and got them to rap on it and I put on the tape, I push visuals behind it. And it's just like you said, networking and putting just traction in on what we're doing.
Yeah. How would you say the sound of music is right now? Like, I'm not even gonna like put a location on it, but
the sound of music. Dang. I'm not gonna lie, like for me, I say it's cool, cause here's why I say this. I don't listen to what everybody else does. I usually like may dibble and dabble on like the mainstream or like the most popular like in the street music.
Yeah.
But I have like my own artists I listen to, and they've been dropping like crazy. So it's like, and that fuel my production stuff too. So it's like I'm always listening to music, so I know it got to be something now. Even if it's not rap, it's R&B, it's indie artists, I'm not heavy on rock, but it's some rock bands. Like it's always something out there for your ears to listen to. But I feel like music's in a decent state though. Like it ain't rap specifically, it ain't dead and nothing like they be saying. Like it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. I personally do find it funny when some of the media outlets were saying like rap is dead. Like it could like have a bad year, yeah, depending on like who's like really dropping and like who's like putting artists on top. But depending on like who you listening to, because just for example, like I don't know if you heard when DJ Academics talking about her replacing Dirk as Status for like he was just like, I don't remember Herb ever being this cool. And I'm just like,
bro, he been that like.
Of course,
what?
It's biased for us, but then again, at the same time, like if you actually know music, like he's been doing shit, and plus, like Dirk has been more mainstream, like being like with Drake and Vaughn. But at the same time, like we know, like if you know good music, like you can't knock good music at the same time.
And the thing with him, like, he really report on people who overly big. So I don't even want, like, maybe for that genre, it might be, like, slowed down to dead. And even with the, like, he might say that because Dirk ain't been dropping. Herb been, on his run. But it's still, like, I feel like even seeing Herb on the run is like seeing Dirk on the run.
No,
because it's just, like, it's the same area, the same legacy. They came around the same time. So it's, like, it's the same thing. Yeah. It ain't never just, like, died down. Like, no.
Yeah, but critics are always gonna try to have that negative narrative, try to sell. But just taking a break from music, I want to talk about if I doubt anybody would actually pay attention, but I still remember, bro, because I was watching it today. You had a little acting role.
Yeah.
Bro, let's talk about it, bro. So, y'all, if y'all know the show Chicago PD, that's one of my favorite shows. I remember one day I'm at the crib watching a new episode. I just look at one of the background little henchmen or whatever. I don't even know. We can get into like what your role was specifically, but like I'm like, bro, why look like the homie, bro? I hit him up. I'm just like, bro, is this you?
Like,
he was just like, and then he was just like, oh, they dropped the episode. I'm like, bro, what the hell? So let's get into it, bro.
Bro, they had recorded that months before. And the thing is, like, what you saw, I had to retake that scene like 6 times, but it was just because like the whole set like that, like it's probably a big plot if you watch that episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's for people watching. If you want to go see it, it's like season 6, episode 13 of Chicago PD, and I'm just in the back, just standing there. And the funny thing is, bro, like you said, life be lifing. I was on the way to that actual audition for, not even the audition, but like the actual booking.
Yeah.
And bro, I just could not get there, bro. It was like dead winter, probably like a year or two ago. Battery started like just acting up. Ended up being able to get home because I was at the gas station and battery started acting up. I was able to get home. I'm not gonna lie, I told them I wasn't gonna be able to come. And like the casting director, they was like, man, we really wanted you to be here. The director picked you himself. And for me, little old me, I'm like, man, I'm dancing on this motherfucker. Man, I need to go. Shut it on. This comment, man,
like, he picked me.
Right.
Like,
He picked me.
go, bro.
Man, what? I'm me for the trip. Hey, this car better transform and roll the fuck out. Cause bro, it's and I'm thinking like when he say that, I'm thinking I'm finna have real life. I'm finna come to that.
Folks got his own trailer and shit.
For real?
Oh,
I'm thinking,
bro.
look, me? For me? I'm thinking he real life game. I'm so like, all right, better direct them on me.
Dude.
I can't disappoint the people. These people in Chicago, they want to see me in the next episode.
Got
So
you.
I'm finna go ahead. I get in the car, I get there safely. Thank you, Lord. And it's like, it was like at the Sox Stadium, and I had to walk. That's why I parked. I had to walk to like they little, it was like not a loft, but like a little cafeteria. They had the food at, and they sent a shuttle bus for me. And fast forward, we get to the shoot. Our whole time wasn't really even gonna be in the camera. They like, no. Let me rephrase that. I was in the camera, but I didn't have that much of a shot. I was more on the side preview. It was a dude. I ain't trying to put him out there, but if you see this, you know what you did. You bogus. He look. I'm gonna be honest. 'Cause I ain't one of them. I'm 5'9", gang. He your height. With dreads and don't want to be in the camera shot in the motherfucker.
Oh, what?
I can't make this
Bro.
shit up. He your height. With dreads, don't want to be in the camera, and we was in a pool hall, so he had his pool stick, and it was like, all right, we was finna roll again. So he was like, which one of you gonna be in the shot? That's the director who's directing the scene.
Yeah.
He look at him, bro, pass me the pool stick. I'm like, I can't hold out because I just made it here, and he said he wanted me. I'm like, all right, okay, cool, and I'm just standing there, just cool, and like that scene, I honestly don't remember even recording that. That was one of them like more filler ones because I had like interactions with that lead actor to where I was actually more vocal with him. I'm not saying it, but they make we recorded so many shots I couldn't even know which one they was gonna put in there. But I'm just glad they made it though, cause that check was decent. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really do nothing, and I ate good, and they took care of me. I was warm. You feel me? So
no, for sure. So how did it even come about? Like you knowing about like that role and like they were hiring anyway?
I'm not gonna lie. Shout out TT. My auntie was just like, it's like casting calls for Chicago PD. And I was like, all right, well, I'll do it. And they were just asking, like, if you watch it, you know what type of person they wanted me to play. But just because I don't want nobody to come for the pod, they were just like, dress like you're like part of a group of workers. Like you're like you feel me? Like you know, like thugged out basically.
Bro.
Like you part
This
of the
Chicago,
mob.
they know.
Yeah, okay,
they
like,
know,
he part of the
man.
mob, bro. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I got my little flannel, like, you know, my little outfit. And she had me send headshots. She was like, send them some headshots and also let them know like you have like the clothes you need to fit the cast in the role. And I was like, TT clutch, because like I didn't even care about like acting, but I was like, that was a cool little thing to put on the resume. I had my grandma pausing it and telling me she saw him. I'm like, yeah, that's cool though. Like,
No,
cool.
for sure. No, it was definitely crazy because I'm just like, bro.
And shout out to you because you probably one of the only ones. No, it was a couple other people, but you put me on story. I think it was like,
Bro, because I'm just like, this
damn.
never the homie on one of my favorite shows. But I'm just like, man, bro, this should definitely be a coincidence. And I'm just happy to see it.
Random too, in the middle of the week.
Bro, would you say like you'd want to do more acting, like get more into that realm?
To be honest, I'm not like stuff like this, I'm cool with, but I'm not really like forward facing on stuff like that, like being in the camera. But I would like to be like production, sound, on like a movie or a short film.
Bro.
Like, you feel me? I don't make music or nothing. I want to like put it towards bigger things. And that's why I did it too. That was another networking where I met some people. I met some like, cause I don't watch Chicago PD, so I don't know none of the actors on there, none of their names. But like I met some of them, like, you know, the big ones. I'm like, they real life cool, and they told me, like, gave me some tips while I was on set, and that just made me really want to like, dang, I could take it with like, you know, film.
No, that's definitely decent, bro, because like you say, music could definitely get you in the door a lot of places, but I feel like the same with also like acting, and definitely I feel like you say, even helping with production, being like the behind the scenes, like that definitely doesn't go unnoticed. And
right. Because you need somebody behind the camera.
For real. But what would you say is advice that you have for like young creatives?
advice. If you know it's bringing you joy and you love doing it, don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let anyone let you feel embarrassed for putting yourself out there. Because there's a lot of people who they put they mask out there on social media, but that's not who they are, and they don't even know who they are. If you know you doing something that makes you fulfilled, man, everybody who needs to be behind you is behind you, even if that's just you. Just keep going and don't be discouraged, like, for real.
No, for sure. And then just for what's to come in like next couple months or just the future in general.
Like I said, next couple months, I want to say in March I'll have this third project. I'm really going to jump more into doing. I don't want to say one-offs, but collab projects with artists, where it's me solely producing the project for one artist.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't say any names, but if you go and look at my discography and see who I work with, you'll probably see some names I'll be doing tapes with. And yeah, like I said, March for sure. I know I have a drop, and then until then, putting through some visuals or even just some singles out just to keep feeding the streets, getting the buzz.
Oh, for sure. And then do you have like any thoughts on like AI making its way into music?
Man, I ain't even gonna lie.
Or
like
any creativity?
Cause like, look, I got a little baby, right? And she 4. She didn't put me onto it, but she was making like beats
Mm-hmm.
with a game, and it was using AI. So I ain't gonna lie, I downloaded the app and was making beats, and like I've actually made an artist too and wrote a song. So I ain't against it, cause it's like it's not going nowhere, bro.
It's not.
So you gotta learn how to use it, and you gotta learn how to really make it efficient for you.
Yeah.
So I say like I like it. You gotta learn how to. Cause I could put my beats in there, and they can make beats for me. And I be like, all right, I'm cool.
No, for sure. Because I remember I was watching this pod and they brought up the question of, like, is AI, like, good or bad? And trust me, I don't like AI.
Yeah.
At least, like, I don't want people to be so dependent on it,
Yeah,
if
no,
that
that's
makes
not
sense.
cool.
You feel me? Like, because I feel like now you're just getting lazy. You just really looking for a handout, ease way out. But at the same time, like, if you could use it for the good and for the better, then by any means,
Yeah.
And then even like something like BandLab. Any thoughts on artists using that to make a beat song?
Go ahead, 'cause I know for sure some of the artists I work with, and since I'm on BandLab,
Mm-hmm.
and since I'm an engineer, I could take their vocals through STEM and put it on the actual beat that's like, mixed better, and record their vocals. So like, have you got to get it off and get it off. Pause. Like, I ain't even like that, but you feel me? You feel me? But however you got to handle your business because it's going to pay in the end.
No, for sure. Just on like a random note, did you hear how Kanye daughter like made a beat off of TikTok?
Like, what you mean? Like, she took a TikTok sound and like made a beat?
I don't know if like she took the sound or if like she made the beat directly off of TikTok. If I could find it, I'll send it to you.
Like, how you make a beat? Like, that might sound fool, but like, how you make a beat off of TikTok?
It was, trust me, I read it, I was just like, I know you could do that.
Because that might be something raw.
It could.
It could be something
I'm not
raw.
on TikTok, so
Yeah,
let's
I
like
don't
y'all
do it
know,
too much
like
either.
definitely tap in, let us know something
Yeah,
that we don't know,
sure.
but shoot, man. But you got any like last words, anything, last gems for the people?
Man, Ready and Loaded Volume 2 is what it is. It's out now. We will be putting visuals out. BLASE exclusive life. We will be having some exclusive drops this year, 2026. We up. Thank you to Jace, Out of Sight, In Mind podcast. Thank you.
Oh, for sure, bro. You already know what it is. Definitely glad that we was able to have you on here, had to sit
Appreciate
down. People get to know about you. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on IG at blase_exclusive. That's BLASE_X, not no E. BLASE_XKLUSIVE. And yeah, that's where I'm at. That's all the links for the music, all that. SoundCloud too, trying to get that bumping too, and the YouTube, and put vlogs out and some in the booths with artists I've been working with over the years. So yeah.
No, for sure. I'll definitely drop all that down below. But y'all, this is Out of Sight in Mind. If y'all like this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Definitely tap in with bro. Check out Ready and Loaded Volumes 1 and 2 out everywhere. Tap in with bro on the socials. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie. You sending just beats out to any artist if they were to ask for them, or
you know what? I have been asking myself that too, and I say this: you can message me, right? And I'm gonna look at your page. And when you message me, it don't gotta be just for beats, but be like, hey bro, this is my sound. And whatever you think the best song is that's out that you have like on your page, just send to me. And like I'll work with you, because I like making my beats from scratch and really working with artists and seeing what fit they sound. So it's actually a good benefit. So, but I wouldn't just say if you just started today and it's like you don't have any experience on how to, like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but I will work with you because, like I said, don't discourage yourself when you're doing something you want to. So.
Yeah, I think it's when artists, you can see them like on their Instagrams or whatever, they just like, producers don't just always constantly ask for my numbers and send beats, just send it through the email. So definitely you just being a producer rather than like having the artist like give a little intro, let them know let you know like who they are, how they sound is, and like they best on something like that. I feel like that's a good way to at least start.
Yeah, so I can at least know like what you looking for.
Yeah.
Versus just trying to waste each other's time to see.
Nah, for sure.
And you can hit the email to that email. I'm gonna look at it. That's where I get my loops. I'm gonna look at that email for sure. So you can send it through the email on my Instagram.
But y'all, if y'all like this interview, leave a like, comment, subscribe, type in with bro, follow us on the IG, and we'll be back with another one.
Yeah.